everyone, I'm Amanda with Sweet Pieces, and I want to teach you a little bit about gilding wax today. Gilding wax is a really fabulous product that we sell here at Sweet Pieces, and you can purchase it in any one of our 3 wonderful locations: Huntington, which is our flagship, Massapequa, or our very sweet Jewel Box location, Brooklyn, which is located in the Greenpoint area of Brooklyn. So gilding wax is actually a product made in France, and it's basically a metallic wax that you use to highlight decorative objects. But it can be used in other ways too. So first thing I'm going to show you today is this it's just a plain brass piece. It's metal. So gilding wax can be used on metal, but it can also be used on wood. Anything that has any kind of like raised, ornate detail is a great thing to use gilding wax on. So my favorite way to use gilding wax is to dress up decorative hardware. So if you have some decorative hardware on your piece that just needs a little bit of a facelift, this is a great way to do it. Just stick just a tiny little bit on your finger. You need just the smallest amount, and you literally just rub your finger over and look at what that's doing. Isn't that so fun? So simple. You can use this on hardware, you can use it on light fixtures, you can use it on frames, on mirrors, basically anything that has any kind of raised detail to it. Now, I hope you're timing me because I'm going to transform this bad boy in, I don't know, what is this, 30 seconds flat, maybe less than that, 15, 20, and I'm chatting away with you. So really super simple, great for hardware. That's the first way that you can use gilding wax. As you see on this frame here, this has just some raised ornate detail to it. So we just have put the different colors that we carry around the frame, just showing it in use. And we do carry 5 different colors here. Empire Gold, which is like a brassy kind of a gold. We carry King Gold, which is actually my favorite, and this is more of like an antique gold. We carry Renaissance Gold, which has a little bit of a coppery tone to it. Of course, silver. And then last but not least is copper. And you can actually also mix these together to create different colors. We actually mixed yesterday some silver and some copper to create a little bit of a rose gold kind of a tone, which was really fabulous. So there's another way that you can use gilding wax, and that is by thinning it out with a solvent. We used odorless mineral spirits in this case to create a metallic glaze. So what I've done here is I've painted this board with anti-slone chalk paint in old white, and then we sealed it with clear wax. You would want to do that. I took my gilding wax, which you can see in these pods is solid. Well, not totally solid, a little creamy, and we just mixed a little bit of mineral spirits with it to just water it down and make it into a glaze. And I know the question you're going to ask, well, how much mineral spirits do I add? Well, until you have enough where you can mix it and make it into like a watery glaze. So I'm going to put a little bit on my wonderful anti-slone waxing brush. This is my small anti-slone wax brush. Love this brush. I'm going to basically brush it on, and you can see how gorgeous that is. Just adds a little bit of a metallic hue. And then I'm going to take a rag and I'm just going to wipe back the excess. And this isn't going to stay solid, it's just going to leave like a little bit of a glaze, which is really beautiful. And you can thin this out a little bit more if you want. You can make it a little bit thicker. You can kind of do whatever you want, whatever strikes your fancy. That just creates a really pretty metallic kind of a hue. This would be gorgeous on an entire dresser. Now you do want to be careful that you don't use too much mineral spirits, that you're breaking down the wax layer that you've put underneath it. So that is another option that you could do. And you can continue to kind of layer it until you get the finish that you want. So I'm going to give you one last tip before I leave you. Wipe this back. And my last tip for you is if you're doing gilding wax on more of a solid surface, so you want to create maybe a pinstripe kind of a line, or if you have just a specific edge that you want to make in solid gilding wax, and I'll actually do this right on this board here. I like to take these cheap little chip brushes. We also carry these in the store. This is a 1-inch chip brush, and we cut it with a scissor so that it has this nice kind of firm little mini bristle. And you would take this, dip it into your gilding wax, and you can basically brush it on so that it is completely solid. This is a great way to do this. Makes it really easy. You want to have a nice stiff bristle on there. I'll show you one more here. And you will have a nice solid gold. It's absolutely beautiful. And gold is really in right now, right ladies? So this is definitely the way to go. And I know you're probably also wondering, well, how far do these little tubs go? I see from Sweet Peace's little sign here that they're 26 bucks. It's a little bit expensive, but don't fret. These go a super, super long way. I tell all my customers, if you're going through these pods, I may have to admit you to Gilders Anonymous. They really should last you a very long time. To give you a quick example, I did 2 Bergère chairs for a designer client of mine. We covered them completely solid in the King Gold. I used this application with my cut-off chip brush. I covered them solid. I only used 1/3 of a container. So it does really, really go a long way. So I hope you'll visit us online, visit us on Facebook, on Instagram, on our website, shop in your jammies at 2 a.m. We'll see you soon.